Hey guys, welcome back to Hype RC. In today's video, we have the HNR Panther. Now, this is something you do have to order from overseas. I got mine off of AliExpress, but the price on these is absolutely amazing. We'll get into that a little bit later. But they are also rebranded by HST, which is the Stinger. Exact same thing. It is just a rebrand. You can't get those here in the United States either. So I was excited to get a hold of this rig. It is a 10th scale street basher. It is 2 and 3S capable. And by what I have seen so far, this thing is absolutely amazing. So let's get over to the bench and see exactly what comes out of the box. All right, guys, let's go ahead and see what we got in the box. Looks like we got a nice set of instruction manuals. It comes with some anti-roll bars and some attachments and some shock spacers. Very nice. Lots of bubble wrap to keep this thing inside. Very nice. Oh, that is sharp. Look at that. Let's get that out of there. Very secured in here. So we got our remote. Oh, very nice. Dumbo RC. Looks like it came with some extra tires and wheels inside here. Go ahead and take a look at what we got. So this is one of my more favorite Dumbo RC remotes. Very nice. It's been rebranded to HNR, but that is a very nice remote. And then it looks like we got a nice set of hard drift wheels. I've also got about 3 or 4 other different sets of tires and wheels to run on this thing. We're going to test them all out. And then we have got our rig itself. This is super sharp. Very nice looking. I am extremely happy with the way this is looking. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this unwrapped and get it on the bench, and we'll take an up close look at it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take an up close look at what came out of the box. So it did come with this roll bar and shock spacers and all the parts to fix it, even the little set screws and everything. So we're going to go ahead and get those installed. And then it came with a very nice user's manual. It's got exploded views, part numbers, how to set it up, how to set the remote, the dip switches and everything. So very nice user manual. And then it came with these awesome drift tires. So this isn't actually just a hard plastic that's molded out of one piece. These are actually a very hardened rubber on a wheel drift tire. So those are super sharp. And then of course it came with our HNR 2.4 gigahertz. This is a Dumbo RC. So this is a super nice radio. I have this on a couple of my Relarlos. So that is super sharp. And then of course the Panther itself, which is super sharp, man. This thing is just awesome looking. Kind of looks like something familiar. I'm sure you guys know exactly what that is. This is actually a very nice blackened hood, so I'm super impressed with the way that this looks. Very candy apple, kind of got a nice little sparkle in there. So let's go ahead and take an up close look at the rig itself. All right, guys, one of the things we got to talk about is how awesome looking this body is, and the LED lights that it has on this are just awesome. It's got side markers, which actually are really cool side markers. Wait till you see these taillights on the back. This is so cool, man. They have really gone out on detail. Very nice spoiler, you know, faux exhaust coming out of the box. Very nice rear diffuser. Very nice wheels and tires. This thing is just super duper sharp looking, man. All controllable on a switch. You can turn the lights on and off at will from the controller. Very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and get underneath the hood on this. All right, guys, something else I wanted to show you about the body. I thought these windows were stickers. They are actually just dark tinted windows, but when you look underneath this, everything is hard set in here with plastic. It actually has a light module in here. It's got nice hangers for the lights everywhere. You know, these mirrors are actually hangers on the inside. It also has Velcro to keep this on the side of the vehicle to keep it nice and airtight. Very nice, very well done, man. This body is exceptional, especially for this price. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rig. All right, guys, now that we're done bragging about that body, let's go ahead and take a look underneath the hood, and I am very impressed with what I'm seeing so far. So this comes with the HobbyWing 10BL60 60 amp ESC. It is 2 and 3S capable. That is paired up with a 3652 3300 kV motor. It comes with a 15 kilogram all metal gear servo and a 5-channel receiver. This has big bore oil filled shocks in it, which are very nice. Now this does have sealed bearings throughout. It's got got CVDs in the front, dog bones in the rear. It has all metal diffs in the front and the rear. Comes with a very nice front foam bumper with a splitter, and then of course this diffuser. And something else I've noticed about this chassis is a composite chassis, but it has no screws underneath. Everything is mounted from the top, so that makes this very easy to work on. And this composite chassis is extremely stiff. I cannot get any twist out of it whatsoever, so that is very nice. Now, it does not come with adjustable toe, but it does come with adjustable camber on the front and the rear. This thing is super nice. I am very impressed with it. It comes with a completely removable battery latch on the front and back, so you can take this out. Makes that easy to put that battery in and out. Now, I am a fan of Velcro straps, but this actually worked very well for my Gens Ace 2S battery. So let's go ahead and get some more batteries charged up and take this thing out for a nice bash. HNR Panther 2S Speedrun. miles an hour. Alright guys, I had a lot of fun getting out and running this HNR Panther. This thing is super quick, right out of the box, and for $230 might be one of the best buys of 2023. So let's go ahead and talk about the pros and the cons of this rig. So the number one pro for this rig is absolutely the HobbyWing 10BL60 ESC, joined up to that 3,300 kV motor. It is a perfect power plant for this rig. It gets it moving down the road or power sliding around. Absolutely fantastic, no problems there whatsoever. The next pro for this is the 5-channel Dumbo transmitter and receiver combo that comes in this. This is not something you're going to have to replace right out of the box. It fits this rig absolutely perfect. Being able to control the lights, you know, everything from steering rate to dual rate, everything you need is in this remote right out of the box, so that is absolutely fantastic. Next, the chassis for this is super stiff. Everything is mounted from the top, so it's super easy to work on. And the fit and finish and build quality of this rig was absolutely perfect right out of the box. The diffs were greased up just right, and I did not find a single loose screw on the entire chassis. So that is a huge bonus to know that this rig is coming from a factory that takes their time and build these things correct. Next is just the overall looks of this. The lights and the body, I mean the rear spoiler, the mirrors, you know, everything about this. The front hood being that flat black is just absolutely amazing. The looks on this thing are just killer. It looks good on the shelf, and it looks good going down the straightaway at 35 miles an hour on a 2S battery as well. And that brings us to the cons on this rig. So this rig is quick, but it's not fast. And the reason for that is the number one con is the tires for this. These tires that come on this are subpar. Now, not the drift tires. Those are actually very, very well made for sliding this rig around. Absolutely fantastic tires. But if you're going to do speed runs, and I highly suggest if you're going to start doing 3S speed runs that you look into a different battery. I had a very hard time keeping this thing hooked up under power. You know, it's got a ton of power, so you're going to need good tires to hook up. So I had a couple I tried out. You know, I didn't even put the 3S in and do a speed run because this thing was getting loose. Now the tarmac temp, it was only about 55 degrees when I went out and ran this, so that does have a little bit to do with that, but I could just tell that these tires are subpar, and I'm not putting 3S into this and smacking this thing off of a concrete wall and destroying it because I cannot keep it hooked up, you know. So I'm going to get some new tires, probably some nice foam tires ordered in for this, and if we get another nice day before winter sets in, I'm going to do a 3S run on it. Next, the other con is, you know, I've already said the pro about the body, but the con about this body is it's a real pain in the butt to take on and off. So you really kind of have to slip it on from the front because of the light module and the light bar and get it lined up on the body post. And then on the rear, you know, it fits down into this molding. You know, we're getting real used to clipless bodies and things like that. So being able to get a body on and off really easy is kind of becoming the norm in the RC industry. So having to fight one kind of on and off, you know, it's a nuisance, and it's a minor deal. It's not a deal breaker for this rig, but it is just something I wanted to let you guys know. It is kind of a pain in the butt. The next con is that you do have to get this from overseas. Now, I have had great experience with AliExpress. I've ordered a ton of RC cars from them, and I've never had a single problem getting any of them. So look at the seller is my #1 suggestion. So I got this from Furious RC. That's who I'm going to link to in the description of this video if you're interested in purchasing one of these. And I had no problems with them. They shipped it out quickly. Got it about 10 to 12 days later. You know, you just have to be patient. We're used to getting everything in a day or two, or being able to walk down to our local hobby shop and pick it up directly out of the store. So if you're going to have this rig, you know, parts are available and you can get them here in about 10 to 12 days. So it's not something that's totally out of the question. You're just going to have a little patience with getting this rig overseas. So all in all, this rig gets an 8 out of 10 for me. There's nothing I would change right out of the box other than getting a nice set of either foam tires for high speed runs. You know, the drift tires, like I said, are absolutely a ton of fun on this rig, but I'd highly recommend getting a new set of tires for this if you're going to really put 3S and try to do some really fast. I'm guessing this thing will do 50, 55 miles an hour on 3S because we got 34 miles an hour out of it on 2S. So don't forget to support your local hobby shops. Bash, crawl, repeat. Hit that subscribe and like button for me and ring the bell so you can catch my next video. We'll see you next time.